Alright, y'all. We are about to tap in and read One Piece chapter 1171. Title is named Ragnar. It's been kind of like a couple weeks because they went on a break before the new year. Was it before the new year? Or it was like a couple weeks ago? Yeah, I think it was before the new year. They went on a break, so I kind of had to refresh my memory. Okay, so I think in the last chapter, what happened was the ending of the battle. Yes, the ending of the battle. We we figured out what Ragnar was. Ragnar happens to be a squirrel that is also a devil fruit and turns into a fucking warhammer. Um, Loki finally was able to eat the forbidden devil fruit, and he was ultimately able to defeat his father, Harold, in the end. Um, After he defeated his father, he had to defeat his father basically because his father was a holy knight. He became a holy knight, which means that he formed a pact with Emu, the Almighty, the All Great One. Um, and once you form that pact, you are no longer able to resist nor deny any order that Emu gives you. So, Emu ordered Harold to go back to Elbath and create a an army of ancient giants and ancient giants. Period. Um, but he was able to tell his son, Loki, told his son that that's not what he wanted to do. Harold's original goal was to get Elbath affiliated with the world government, be able to trade, all the other politics and stuff like that. But can y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all can hear me, so I'm not just sitting here rapping. I'm not doing Baruto today, unfortunately. Okay, so yes. So now moving on. So this is the cover picture. It is a cat on top of Zoro. Oh shit. Hold up. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. When a cover request, by reverse scan, the cat putting cat ears on Zoro. Okay. And the shirt says Zen. It's not your favorite chapter because you haven't even read it. All right, so we're taken back in the at the wake of the fierce battle at Quest Castle or Oost Castle. If Harold left the castle in that state, he would have brought great calamity to the world. Niggas don't understand how strong Harold is. He's an ancient giant, and he's probably the strongest giant. I had a taste of that hopeless future during the fight. There was an epic battle. Harold was killing everybody. Like he was getting niggas out the way. Like it didn't even matter. Nobody could stop him. Didn't even matter if you put 100 giants on him. He was getting niggas out the way. He also would have probably killed everybody in there if Loki wasn't able to stop him. No matter how badly we wounded him, his body kept repairing itself. And that's also another thing I did not tell y'all. For anyone that's new here or anyone that's not really caught up in One Piece, but you're just watching just to watch. Once you form that pact and you're a holy knight, you now get immortality. So you can't die, but you can regenerate. You can regenerate, but it depends on, well, clearly this is the first character that we've seen that's been defeated with immortality. And that just goes to show you how strong Loki is, but not only how strong Loki is, but how strong that forbidden fruit was. Whatever it is, we don't know what it is yet. How shocking, all these, you see all these blood stains, you see all these giants with swords in their heads. They dead, like niggas is dead, bro. To think something actually stopped them. Okay, so I believe this is Shanks talking. Did you know this sacred treasure will be that powerful? Jarul. Jarul is this huge giant. He got a sword stuck in his head. I don't know how he's still alive, but he got a sword stuck in his head right now. Hey, you're throwing you're throwing me off. No, I actually knew nothing about it. All I know is I get chills down my spine when I imagine what would have happened if Loki hadn't been here today. Shanks, he's remembering when he talked to Harold. When I join the God's Knights, it'll be a new dawn for Elbaf. And this is Shanks' father. Shanks' father. Shanks also has a brother, a twin brother, and this is his father. If you have any wish, simply name it and it will be within your reach. You've truly endured a miserable, squalid life until now, my poor child. Forget your former life on the surface. The commoners down there don't even count as people. So Shanks also formed a pact with Emu, right? But he didn't necessarily form the pact that gives you. He's not a holy knight. So when you become a holy knight, that's when you get the immortality. That's when you get the regen and all that extra shit. He did not receive none of that because I think he was on the first level. I think holy knight is the second level. So he is on the first level. The first level, you're just able to travel through an abyss. What's called an abyss. So it's kind of like a teleportation device, sort of. But you go through the abyss, and you can pretty much go anywhere. I don't know if it's anywhere or just places that you've been before. I'm not sure. And this was his father. His father was telling him, forget your former life on the surface. The commoners down there don't even count as people. And for people that don't know, before Shanks went back up to Mary Joie, he was a pirate. So anyone that's in Mary Joie, they're celestial dragons, they feel as if they're better than everyone. Like they're basically gods compared to everyone else that lives. Because Mary Joie is at the highest point of the on Earth. It's at the highest point. Everyone below that, they're bugs basically. They feel as if they're gods. So his mark that's on his arm it starts to ache. So Gamon's like, Shanks, hey Shanks, stop it. It's a bad habit. You should never resent the circumstances of your birth. Oh wait, why are you telling him stop it? I think he was telling him stop it because he was about to cut his arm off. I don't know, or it was just hurting. Okay. You should never resent the circumstances of your birth. Why did Harold have to die? He was such a pure soul. If only I had been faster. This isn't your fault. Listen, Shanks, you are here for a reason. Everyone's life has some meaning to it. You just gotta hold on. And now we're back to Loki and his father. Unfortunately, Loki had to end the life of his father. This is not something he wanted to do, and this is not even his steez. Is this what happens when you love your country too much? This sucks. He's crying. His father dead on the floor. Just imagine, bro. Imagine that you're so excited to see your father come back from his journey. And when he comes back and you go to see him, you just start seeing, you open the door first of all and you see everyone tying him up. And you don't know why. Next thing you know, he's killing everybody and you have no idea why. But before your father slips into the deep consciousness, he tells you, go and grab this forbidden devil fruit, and when you grab it, you need to come kill me. You can only imagine what's going through this nigga's head right now. He had to just kill his father. Shit is fucked up. He was a rare ancient giant, enhanced with even more power and an undying body. Those traits made him a true monster, and yet he was still killed. Who could have? Is something unforeseen lurking on Elbaf? And this is Emu. This is the great one, the almighty. And he's breathing hard because I guess he feels that Harold has been defeated. We should have the Abyss pentagram carved by Harold expected. Okay, so you have to, in order to travel through the Abyss, you have to carve the pentagram. So, yes, you can only travel through the Abyss to places where you've been before, where somebody has already carved a pentagram around it. That shall not be necessary. It will only result in the death of another knight. Every covenant comes with a price to be paid for it, even for Mu. So, this goes back to Emu panting, breathing hard as shit. So I assume that everyone that's a holy knight and above, when something happens to them, Emu feels it. This is the first time we're seeing this. Harold was the only person out of all the holy knights, and the holy knights are some shit. He was the only person that we've seen be defeated. And apparently that takes an effect on Emu. He had no qualms about lowering his head to appease humans. All he ever sought was communion with other nations and peoples. Harold was a total aberration. I'm about to be like Castanet because I don't know what aberration means. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like what does it mean? Okay. And yet, he was born with the blood of those savage, battle-loving giants. Had we admitted him into the government flippantly, damn, what the fuck? His very presence might have destroyed it from within. Damn, okay. So, these niggas are scared of giants. They're scared of giants because they have no clue what giants are capable of. Well, they know what they're capable of to a certain extent. And Emu sounds like a bitch. I ain't gonna lie. He's supposed to be almighty. He's supposed to be not supposed to be scared of anything. Fuck. Elbaf should never have known a king of his disposition. Forging a covenant with a cooperative ancient giant like him was an unprecedented opportunity. This disappointing outcome proves that history does not lie. We were always going to be incompatible. Never forget, Elbaf is of the D. I don't know what he means by that. I don't know what he means by that. Maybe the D clan comes from Elbaf. Maybe it originated in Elbaf. Alright, we cut back to Elbaf. Loki, after this, the country will be in disarray. I'm heading out to sea, old timer. I'll take the surviving soldiers with me. What about Harold's final request? Tell the people of Elbaf what happened here. There's no way I can tell them the truth. Just drop it, all of you. And personally, I understand how he's feeling. He can't. His father was such a great king that he can't go back to the people and be like, "Oh yeah, he killed your husband, your father, your uncle, your brother, due to him being taken over." Due to him being taken over by the very same people and manipulated by the very same people that he's been trying to get everyone in Elbaf to make peace with, which is the government. Don't speak a word of what happened here today. If we say nothing, who do you think they'll blame for all this? It'll be the same as always. Say I were to become king. Can you see me actually honoring father's ideals? I can only tackle this in my own way. With this ability, I'll settle the regrets of the old man and his soldiers. And clearly, if you know Loki from anything, it could be from Marvel, it can be from any or mythology, anything. He's a trickster. He causes trouble. No one in Elbaf likes Loki. No one in Elbaf likes Loki. They already don't like him. So if he was to become king, he'll be a king that nobody likes. He doesn't even want to become king. Even before him saying all this, he didn't want to become king. Don't be stupid, Loki. The world government is a big organization. It won't be as easy as you think. Something big happened here. Oos Castle was attacked, Your Highness. After that, I set out to sea. Oh, so we're back in the regular time because this is all a flashback, by the way. So now down here, we are back in regular time, and I guess he's finishing telling everyone the story. Hired you then. By the time you guys returned to the island, everyone had already dubbed me Loki the Petricide, and I made no effort to correct that narrative. But it's not like I was crazy enough to brag about killing him either. I just didn't want everything he stood for to be dismissed because of how things turned out. With all that in mind, do you really think I should have told the people everything? And now Harjaden is his half brother. That is his half brother. And obviously he doesn't know anything about this. This whole time he's been going years just believing that his older brother killed his father. His younger brother, I'm sorry. He's younger. He's younger, but the thing about it is Harjaden was born of a different giant tribe. So he's way smaller than Loki. Loki is a part of the actual ancient giant tribe, like full bred. He has nothing to say. He's telling the truth. And then there's the star. My dog Luffy. Get it already? I really didn't want to relive all this crap. Elder Jarul, always opposed to your execution. I can understand why you chose to keep this secret. Father choosing death in the face of the government's manipulation. The government has been our enemy all this time. I wondered what did they do to Father? Indeed, and now they've sent more knights to Elbaf, some with deep ties to Harold. Even Loki doesn't know all the details about Harold's dealings in the Holy Land. I can fill you in if you want. That won't be necessary for now, yay son. We need no further reason to protect our country. The stars are coming out. You hear me? And now he breaks the chains off. Loki, it seems we both feel the same way about father. I'm sorry for everything. For the sake of Elbaf, let's make a stand together. And then there goes Luffy. Nigga said, whoa. That's great, Loki. You can fight now. You just hear a big roar. He's like, Something just fell. Oh shit. And this is one of the so there's a guy with a devil fruit that basically made a whole bunch of Elbaf kids dreams, nightmares come to fruition. They came up to life, and this is one of the kids' nightmares. Whoa, roar. That's one of the monsters that was rampaging up there. They've got a ton of creatures running wild. Where did they come from? Isn't that a Dragor? I never thought those were real. This will be a good warm up. Oh yeah, my man Loki he about to get active, y'all. He about to get active. Hear me? Go on ahead. I'll just jump up. What in the world is that? What's going on up there? Hurry up. Hey Loki, we admit we prejudged you when we called you a king-slaying piece of crap. We're really sorry. Damn. But this doesn't undo all your other things you've done. Shut up and go already. I don't need to hear you guys yet. This is the best. I can move. It's so freeing. My dog about to get active. I'm not gonna lie. And then here is Chopper. Bond. Hey Doc, I know you want to take care of me here, but I'm worried about my son up there. Yeah, you make a good point. Be careful, Sanji. I've got you. I've got it. Weren't you two gonna stay behind? What are you still doing here? My man Luffy, stay back. She. I'm dying to see you fight. Alright, let's show him your power. Ragnar. Damn. This nigga just hit the fuck out that nigga with Ragnar, dog. Woo! Nilfheim. This nigga Luffy is in shock. This nigga said, what? He's in shock. He's in shock. I can't lie to y'all. I'm so glad that we're back in the present time because we haven't seen Luffy for 7 months. 7 months in manga time. In the actual manga time, he's probably telling all the story within like 20, 30 minutes. But in the manga, we have not seen Luffy in 7 months. So to finally be back in the present time, I will say, One Piece keeps outdoing itself. This is, I can't lie to you, this is the best backstory. Like, it's so far and beyond the best backstory. And it's only going to get better. You know what I mean? So, the perception of Loki has changed completely from the beginning of Elbaf to now. When we first met Loki, he was chained up to the tree. Everyone thought he was evil. Everyone thought he was the Kingslayer. Well, he is a Kingslayer, but everyone thought he had malicious intent on killing his own father. Just to find out that Loki's actually a good dude. Very misunderstood because he was abused and manipulated from a child. When that nigga was born, his mother threw him off the top of the tree. Off the top of Elbaf. She threw him off and he lived and climbed back up the tree. He was an infant climbing a tree. Shit get unchy. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but we get to learn about rocks. We get to learn about God Valley. We get to know a little bit more about Holy Knights, Mary Joie, Emu. We get the full story of God Valley. The full story of God Valley. You find out about all the Rocks Pirates. And the Rocks Pirates had all the All Stars when they were, I would say, before their prime. Kaido, Big Mom. Um, there was more, but I can't think of names right now. But, you know, that shit was crazy. I can't lie. And Mark, I know you just joined. I just finished up. But yeah, that was the backstory. And we're finally back in the present. I can't wait to see more. And this nigga Loki has jumped up so far ahead, and like he's a top 10 right now already. I can't lie to you. And I have to see his devil fruit. I have to see this nigga's devil fruit. This nigga, he has a weapon and a devil fruit. I gotta see it. Gotta see it. But, you know, let me know how y'all feel. Let me know how y'all feel about this chapter. I think this was a 10 out of 10 chapter. It's a great conclusion to the backstory. This is low-key something that I wanted to, like, happen. And I said it. Hold on. I said this before, right? When Loki said, with this ability, I'll settle the regrets of the old man and his soldiers. And then you come to this joint. And Jerules tell him, don't be stupid. The world government is a big organization. It won't be easy as you think. And who are these two niggas? That's just looking. The two niggas that currently in that room are the most knowledgeable about the world government. Shanks and Gabon. So I believe right now, what happened was Loki tried to set out to sea to go take his pain out on the world government. But Loki may be strong, but he ain't that strong. And I don't think if he was to go to Mary Joie, especially at that, you don't think these niggas are ready and armed? Because he would have been taking on the world government. He would have been taking on everybody, bro. They would have fucked that nigga up. They would have killed all of them. Probably imprisoned them, turned them into slaves. Dead ass. That shit would have been crazy. So I said it before. I said, I think that when he tried to set out to sea, that these two guys, they beat him. But not only did they beat him, they tied that nigga up to the tree. And I don't know if he did it. I don't know if they did it now or they did it later on, like currently, like closer to the present. I'm not sure which one they did, but I definitely think that's what happened. It would only make sense as to why he was chained up. Because right now, everyone in this room right here are the only people that know he has a devil fruit. Just saying, no. I don't think that as of right now we're gonna see Loki's devil fruit. I don't think we're gonna see it until we meet up with the holy knights again. I don't think we're gonna see the devil fruit until then, because we still don't know what it is. I think it's a serpent. a type of serpent, dragon slash whatever. That's what I think. My personal thoughts. I don't know, but we'll see though. I'm gonna wrap this joint up for y'all right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. It's been a pleasure. We will be back either tomorrow or the day after. You know, we going hard this year. We ain't stopping for nothing. I'm telling y'all that. Love y'all.